Hello, how you doing? It's Friday. It's 8 o'clock. There we go. Put my teeth in before we start, and we're live. And today is going to be a different live. If you've been following me and you know what it's about, I'm joined by Susan. Hello, Susan.
Hello.
I'm going to be demonstrating, hopefully, demonstrating what a self-care focused therapy session looks like. And I've done these before live, but just as a thing for people to follow along, or when I have done it with people, I've just done it and people can sit and watch, sort of thing. But today I'm hoping I can also explain what's happening, why it's happening, and how it's benefiting, and that sort of thing. So, all being well, it goes to plan. Say hello, give us a like, let us know you're there. Give it a few minutes so people can join. Because even though we start 8 o'clock every week, people just can't be on time. So, I've got 3 green ticks. That must mean we're all right. Actually, for the first time ever, touch wood, it seems we're all going to plan tech-wise. So, you okay there, Susan? You looking forward to this?
Yep, I am.
Good, good.
Can't wait.
Right, okay. Okay then, let's jump straight in it. Hi Brett, how you doing? Okay, so, when I asked last week if anybody was interested in coming along, Susan got in contact with me, along with a couple of other people, so I hope to do more of these, should this one go well. And I purposely did it so I didn't know too much, because I don't need to know too much. And also, I didn't really explain to her what's about to happen. We had a little chat prior to coming on, mainly so we can test out that all the sound works fine and the visuals fine. But we've also had a little chat, and I'll just explain again so everyone can it. So if we're doing this online, it works just as well as doing it face to face. The only problem with not doing it face to face is that I have to use my own tea bags and can't sit in someone's house drinking tea. Other than that, everything else works pretty much the same. And again, all I asked was the basics, and you wanted help with anxiety, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, and obviously with that we shall get rid of any stress and whatever else has built up and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you'll find out, I am as far away from the vision of a therapist, and I'm certainly not a counsellor or anything like that. So during this, Susan, what I want you to do is I just want you to go through what I say, and allow yourself to do these things. Hypnosis, hypnotherapy is a voluntary thing. You have to allow yourself to do it, give yourself permission to do it, so you can get the benefits of it. And because it's like everything in life, if you resist it, it's not going to work, and we're going to have
Okay.
all manner of problems. So, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I shall try and tell you all the things I need to tell you before we're halfway through, and then think, oh, I need to tell that. And that's my usual trick. So yeah, all hypnosis is imagination, concentration, and focus. Once we've got that, you'll notice that images are generated in your mind. These images is what your brain has linked emotion to, or a response to. And our brain works in pictures, colours, algorithms. It doesn't work in words. Words are for other people. So I'm using words now to explain to you what's about to happen. And you use words for me so I understand what you're feeling, what you're thinking about, sort of thing. You can tell me as much or as little as you want. If something comes up and you don't want to talk about it, that's perfectly fine. Let me know. We can go at it a different way. I don't need to know anything. If you do want to, then feel free to, as I say, go into it as much or as little or as much as you want. This can stop at any time. Just let me know. And of course, if you want a few minutes off screen, just let me know and I shall remove you from the screen, waffle on a bit, and when you're ready to come back, just give me a wave and I'll bring you back up. Okay?
Yeah.
Smashing. Okay. So, if you can see us, if you can hear us, say hello, give us a like, give us one of them little love heart things, because Facebook love them, apparently. Okay. Are you ready to begin?
Yep.
Are you ready to make some positive life changes?
Yes, please.
Lovely. That's what I like to hear. So, you're nice and comfortable?
Yeah.
Right then, when you're ready then, I just want you to take a deep breath in. On the way out, close your eyes. Brilliant. All I want you to do now is just focus on my voice. Nothing else in the world. Nothing else in the world matters now apart from you and the amazing, powerful work your powerful brain is going to do today. I want you to imagine your hypnosis in the top of your head. Just imagine, just feel your hypnosis in the top of your head now. I want you to imagine, I want you to feel it expanding in the top of your head, in your mind. I want you to feel it going down your forehead into your eyelids and just holding those eyelids down, pleasantly shut down now. Feel it going down the front of your face, feel it going down the back of your neck, into your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands and fingers, down your back, down your front. Feel it going into your legs, your knees, your ankles, feet and toes. Just feel however it is for you. And just give yourself permission. Allow yourself to have that feeling now of your hypnosis going from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. This is your experience. You're perfectly safe, you're perfectly fine. This is your experience. Allow it to happen. Give yourself permission for this to happen. Give yourself permission for your powerful mind to let go. When I say to let go of the things you want to let go of, to move on from the things you want to move on from, to build on the things you want to build on. Give yourself permission to do that now. During parts of this, I will be silent. This is to allow your brain to process what it needs to process. During this, I shall be talking to the camera. I will address you by your name so you know that I'm talking directly to you, and so on and so forth. Okay. Should we lose any internet connection or anything like that, if you don't hear off me after a short while, you'll just open your eyes. Everything will be fine and we can reconnect some way, shape or form. There we go, so just imagine that hypnosis going through your body. Every muscle, every fibre of your being is going to relax now. Completely relax. I want you to start to feel, as it happens, a sense of control coming back. Really now just starting to build up. And as you go deeper into your hypnosis, I want you to imagine, Susan, I want you to go on a journey in your mind to a magical, mystical place, a place that makes you happy, a place where you're confident that you can make positive life changes today. I want you to go to a magical, mystical place, a happy place, a place where you're confident that you can make positive life changes today. When you're there, just nod your head. Brilliant. Take in the sights, the sounds, the smells, the tastes. Anything that's there that reminds you of why this is your happy place and why in this place you are confident that you can make these positive life changes today. Now, Susan, you're perfectly safe, you're perfectly fine. However your imagination sees fit, I want you to let go of any negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, sensations. Let go of any negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, sensations. Let go of any stress, tension, pain, shame, anger, guilt, frustration. Let go of anything that you feel is holding you back. Let it come to the surface and disappear and fade away however you want it to happen. You're perfectly safe, you're perfectly fine. Now. Just let it go. Just let it go. Let your powerful mind let go of any negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, sensations. Any stress, any tension, pain, shame, anger, guilt, frustration. Just let it go. Now. And when you've done enough for now, and only when you've done enough for now, just open your eyes, start to feel brand new. You all right?
Yeah.
Lovely. So that's out of the first bit. Just get your brain used to it, get it to experience it. And now it knows you're not going to be in danger, you're safe, everything's fine, you're in control, and all of that. So each time we do it now, you'll find that you're going easier and more things will happen. That's the plan anyway. So, did anything come up that time? Again, just you can go into as much or as little detail as you want.
Just seem to be floating around in that safe space. Just feeling things lifting off my shoulders and just bringing a little sense of peace because it's been a stressful week. So,
okay. This time when you go in, I am going to be having a conversation and sort of explaining what's going on. That won't bother you. You'll just carry on doing what you're doing. When I say your name, then you know I'm talking directly to you. So then your brain will engage with me and listen to my commands, instructions, whatever they want to call them. So, are you ready to go back in?
Mm-hmm.
When you're ready, then take a deep breath in. On the way out, close your eyes and just allow yourself to go back in now. Just allow yourself to go deep into your hypnosis now. Your brain knows it's nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be anxious about. It's fine. You're in control. Perfectly safe. You're perfectly fine. Allow yourself to go even deeper into your hypnosis. Allow yourself to feel more relaxed now. And again, I want you to go back to your happy place. When you're there, I want you to take in the sights, the sounds, the smells, the tastes again. And I want you to let go of any negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, sensations. Let go of anything that's been holding you back when you were a little girl right up to today. Just let it come to the surface, disappear and fade away now. What's happening in her mind is nothing to do with me. So I don't go probing, I don't go asking. The images that are coming up, the imprint might make sense to her, they might not. It doesn't matter. Our issues are in our head, and that's where they're being sorted out. She said before she felt things lifting up off her shoulders. Brain can't tell the difference between thought and reality. So that weight is lifting. Whatever that weight is, nothing to do with me. If she wants to tell me later or whatever, that's fine. But people don't have to tell me anything in my session. I'm silent for periods of it. I won't be talking at all during a session. I'm silent for different parts of it because it allows her brain to process. And that's what this is about, getting the brain to process the crap that it's not doing when we're asleep, especially when it comes to stress and things like that. This kind of gives us a clean slate to work with, and then what's left over we can pinpoint and attack it either in first session, second session, whatever. As it comes up, we'll deal with it. Just want you now, Susan, to imagine that there's a light in front of you or above you that's your favourite colour. And this light is just drawing out, bringing out, sucking out any of those negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, sensations. Let it have all that stress, that tension, whatever it is that you want to get rid of. Let it take it away now. For this session that's on this live, never done it quite like this before. I have my own way of doing things in a session. I run a program, a 2, a 4, or an 8 session program. And I do this because I work with the individual. Each person's different. I say things to my client when they're in hypnosis. I can't see what's in their mind. Some things may hit the nail on the head for them straight away. Some things might not. Some things might not mean anything to them, so they can't imagine it, so they can't have an effect. I have to find out what works for each person. So let it go, Susan. It's a bit harder on video call, but in person, I'm listening for changes in breathing, eye movements, any twitching going on, anything like that, because that's us processing, sorting out what needs to be done. It's unless somebody's really animated, it's hard to see when doing a video call. Also being careful not to say anything that may influence anything. Whatever's going on is going on in her head there. When you've done enough for now, Susan, and only when you've done enough for now, just open your eyes, feel brand new. All right. You're back. Are you feeling good?
Yeah.
Did anything come up that time?
Yeah, I feel like things are being pulled out from my chest as well as off my shoulders. So,
are these things negative feelings?
Yeah, very.
Is there any still there?
There's probably a couple still in there, but they might be a bit more deep rooted than just general anxiety.
So would you say they're deep in your chest? Is that where we're going to? You feel it in your chest? Just close your eyes for me. There we go. Just imagine then that there's a hand underneath your chest and it's just pushing all that crap up, pushing all whatever that is, that negative feeling, just pushing it up, pushing it up, pushing it up until it comes at the top of your head. Now. There we go. If you search for it, is there any left over? When you're ready, just open your eyes.
Yeah, I think it's all gone. Brilliant.
The more you try to find whatever it was, the further away it is. It's further. It's gone. It's fucked off. It's gone. And what's just happened there is, again, brain can't tell the difference between thoughts and reality. It's pinned something to somewhere. So we give it a name, we give it a label. Where is it? So on and so forth. And then we get rid of it. Close your eyes. Push out. If that didn't work, we'd pull it out. If that didn't work, we'd push it down to the feet, and we'd find something that would have worked. First time, at the top of the head, done. The brain thinks that's physically happened. A physical thing has been pushed up, pushed up, pushed up, and it's gone. So, all this as well is a bit more in fast forward than I usually work, that I like it to be. And that's just so we're keeping within the time limit of the live. But I'm going to be chucking in as much as I can there. So, the anxiety that you like to work on, is it based around a certain event, or is it a certain type of event, or is it something else? And again, just be as brief or as detailed as you want to be. It's fine.
I mean, I've had quite a few traumatic things happen in the past few years, and I find that every time something does happen, I'm like stuck in fight or flight for a long time after.
Okay.
So like yesterday were one of those days that everything seemed to go wrong. And today my heart rate's been elevated all day. Because I've got one of these Fitbit things, obviously.
Yeah.
It's usually about 67 beats a minute. I've been running about 85, 90. And it seems like I can't switch off after something like that's happened. It just carries on for a day or two after. It then starts to make me feel anxious. It makes me feel ill. That then impacts just the normal day-to-day things suddenly blow up all out of proportion. And I just think, just switch it off. I want it to switch off. I've had enough now. It's just really odd.
What is it that you'd want to switch off? The emotion, or is there an image that plays in your mind that happens alongside it, or?
I think it's mainly the emotion, because I don't seem to be able to bring it back under control. What most people would just think, what's she on about? It's nothing. It just seems to become more and more exacerbated after, something's happened. Mm.
Okay, so what I'm doing now is she's used words. I'm now using her words to think of something to do next that appeals to her brain, her mind, to get a result. Thing that sticks out for me, I want to switch it off. So when you're ready, just take a deep breath in. On the way out, close your eyes and go back in. Lovely. That emotion you'd like to switch off, can you find it? Give it a label, give it a name. What should we call it? It can be the name of the emotion, or it can be something completely different. It's entirely up to you.
Sorrow.
Sorrow. Okay. Is this sorrow from an event that happened, or is it just an emotion that springs to mind as we're doing this, that comes up?
I think it's a bit of both, but I tend to get upset when I get emotional, and I can't. There's probably another word for it, but sorrow's the one that comes to mind.
Sorrow, then. What I want you to do, where in your mind, in your body, is that sorrow?
Out here.
Okay. I think you're pointing to your collarbone area, is that right?
Yeah, sorry. It's about there.
It's fine. Okay. What I want you to do now then is I just want you, however you see fit, whatever that is, that sorrow feeling that's stuck there, I want you to remove it. When you've done that, just nod your head. If you need some help, let me know.
No, it's still stuck there.
Okay. Does it want to go up, down, left, or right?
Up and out.
Up and out. Okay. So, do what we did before. Just imagining that hand's underneath you again, and it's pushing up, up through your neck, up the front of your face. Right, there we go, and out the top of your head again. Just imagine that sorrow, that whatever colour it is, whatever it looks like, just coming out the top of your head now. When it's all gone, just say yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant. If you search your mind, search your body now for this sorrow feeling, can you feel any of it?
No.
Brilliant. Just have a moment to yourself. I want you to imagine a situation that would cause you to be anxious, to cause you to be emotional. You haven't got to say it out loud, just have that picture, that image in your head. When you've got it, just say yes.
Yes.
Okay. I want you to play this out like it's a movie. Okay, but this time, actually, this time I want you to imagine you're watching it as if you're watching it on a screen, or you're watching somebody else do it. And they're going through this event, but notice that they're feeling, whoever you'd rather feel, that they're feeling more positive, in control. And whatever else you'd rather feel, that's what this person that you're watching is doing in this event. When you've got to the end of that event, just nod your head. Brilliant. I want you to go back to the beginning of that event. And now I want you to see it through your eyes. So you're associated with it. And you're going through it, but now you feel all those things that you want to feel instead. You feel these positive emotions. You feel like you're in control. You are in control. And as you go through this, that feeling of control gets greater. Your self-confidence levels build higher and higher and higher. The more confident you feel, the more happy you feel, the more happy you feel. There we go. The more happy you feel, the more confident you feel. And the next time that you open your eyes, you are going to have full control of your mind. Because we need to control it, not it control us. You will have full control of those anxieties. The negative feelings and emotions have gone. You've got rid of them. However you wanted to do it, that's how you've got rid of it. I want you to go back to that happy place of yours. And I want you to take in the sights, the sounds, the smells, the tastes again. But this time I want you to notice that with you is a young version of you. The version of you when you was most happy, most confident, didn't have a care in the world. And I want you now to give that version of you a hug, give her a love, and tell her anything that you want to tell her. Tell her that you're back in control, that you're in control now. You've got everything sorted, everything's going to be fine. Tell her anything that you want to tell her. If she's got anything to say to you, hear her out. When you've had that conversation, just nod your head. Brilliant. Notice she's got a bag with her, a rucksack, suitcase, whatever it may be. Just have a scan of your mind, of your body now, and any negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, sensations, any stress, anything else that's popped up that you want to get rid of. If there is anything, just stick it in that bag. When you've done that, just nod your head. Brilliant. And then I go off doing whatever it is she was doing. And you just take a couple of seconds for yourself just to gather yourself. Notice that maybe you feel freer in yourself, lighter in yourself, because you've got rid of all these burdens. You've got rid of all this stress, this anxiety that's been holding you back. I want you now to imagine that you stood in front of a bookcase. And all these books on these shelves are about you. things you've done, memories, things you want to do, the goals that you want to achieve, and all of that. And there's other bits of books too that maybe you don't want to keep. So what I want you to do is notice there's a bin down by your feet. I want you to sort these books out in some kind of order that makes sense to you. And I want you to pull out the books that you don't want and chuck them in the bin. When everything on that, take your time, when everything on that shelf is in order, when all those books you no longer want are in that bin, just nod your head. Brilliant. I want you to take this bin and I want you to empty it, destroy the contents of this bin however you see fit. When the contents of that bin is completely gone, nothing remains of it whatsoever, just nod your head. Brilliant. As you look to your left, I want you to notice that there's a door. As you walk up to that door, you open it and you walk through it, and there's a corridor. Along the corridor to your left and right, there's all pictures, happy pictures, memories of you, of everything that's been good in your life, things you've achieved, no matter how big or how small. And as you walk down that corridor, notice right at the end there's another door. When you get to that door, just nod your head. Brilliant. As you open that door and you take a step out, there's people all around you, friends, family, people you know, complete strangers, and they're all shaking your hand, giving you a hug, telling you well done, congratulating you on the amazing work that you've done. And as you walk through them, walk past them, saying thank you to them, as you're doing whatever it is that you want to do, as you walk off, if you keep walking, you then end up going back when you're ready to that happy place of yours, completely as you like it to be. And over the next few hours, days, weeks, months, and even years, the changes that you've made today will build and grow and build. The self-confidence in you keep growing and growing and growing. I want you to imagine now that you've got like a battery pack inside of your body, an energy pack, whatever it might be. Just imagine it charging up, getting all that energy back. There we go, that energy, that motivation, just building and building and building. Really feel it now. There we go. And when the times happen where you think maybe your mind's running away with itself, you'll just say, stop. Regain your thoughts. Get back in control very quickly and deal with whatever it is that's in your way. You'll now see each and every problem in life for what it really is, and you'll be able to handle it calmly, confidently, in a relaxed way. I just want you to have a think now. Any goals you've got, short-term goals, long-term goals, whatever they may be. I want you to ever think of them. Put them in some sort of order that makes sense to you. And if they're big goals, just break them down into small steps. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself, Susan, for the work that your mind has done today, that you've done today. Whenever you see the colours red, blue, green, pink, white or black, whenever you see the colours red, blue, green, pink, white or black, you'll feel absolutely amazing about yourself. You'll feel on top of the world. Just have one last scan of your mind, of your body. If there's anything negative in there that you want to get rid of, do it now. I want you to take your time. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, I want you to open your eyes, feel absolutely on top of the world, ready to take on any challenges as this new you, fully back in control.
I'm back.
How are you feeling?
Pretty relaxed.
So even though it doesn't look like much, your brain has actually had a huge workout in that 45 minutes or so. And it's continuing to do so now. And it will do. And as you get to sleep tonight, it'll carry on processing, getting rid of shit you don't want and all of that. We've basically just opened the dam and it's clearing out, having a good clear out now of things. I'll say
Good.
a proper session would be a bit different. This is a demonstration of what I do and how it works. You may have noticed people watching, I was looking for things like when I mentioned certain words, the reactions that Susan had. So, for instance, mentioning things like motivation or confidence, seeing that sort of thing is what I jump on, because that when we're confident, we have our head held high. When we're motivated and feeling good, we have our head held high, and we can build on that and build on that. And again, people watching may ask, well, why didn't you just do it straight on and just, and why do you bring them in and out? This is because I don't want people falling asleep. Hypnosis is not sleep. Yes, when we're doing things, we stay asleep, but that's not what it is. There's no change work happens when we're asleep. When we're in hypnosis, I want people to be present, doing the things that I'm asking them to do in their minds, and therefore, the brain thinks it's physically done this stuff. Some of the things I've said I have meant absolutely nothing to you and just bypassed it. It could have changed it into something else. That's fine. Just run with it. That was something I should have probably mentioned at the beginning and forgot all about. But I'm full of stuff like that. And we work it out as we go along. But no scripts are involved. No, I don't know. I didn't know what was going to happen or anything like that. So your words is what I use to come up with stuff during a session. You mentioned the word turn it off. So the next bit we did something about turning things off. In fact, just before we finish, we'll do one last bit. There we go. When you're ready, take a deep breath in. On the way out, close your eyes. Just allow yourself to go back in again. You've done absolutely amazing, Susan. I want you to congratulate yourself. I want you to be proud of yourself. One last final thing. I want you to imagine that you're in front of a control panel. This is your control panel. It can look however you want it to. Any colours or whatever. It's got knobs, levers and dials on it. What I want you to do is on the left-hand side, it's all negative things that you don't want to feel or would rather switch off and things like that. On the right-hand side is all positive stuff, things you want to feel more of. I want you to turn all the crap down, turn them off, and turn up the positive stuff to the max. When everything's switched off that you want to switch off and whatever's turned up to the full that you want to turn up, just open your eyes and feel absolutely fantastic.
I'm back.
So these things now we're going to carry on processing. If you imagine your brain's now like it's just been dumped a big plate of spaghetti in front of it, it's now going, I don't want that, I don't want that, I'll keep that, I don't want that, I don't want that. And that's what it's going to be doing now. Going forward, what would normally happen now on the program is I'd stay in contact with you. When I'd disappear for a few days. If I don't hear off you, I'd catch up with you, see how you're getting on. And then the second session, we would see what's left over, see what needs more improvement. Maybe everything's been sorted. Who knows? And I'll catch up with you in a few days, regardless. Anyway. How did that feel for you?
Quite releasing, actually. I also like the bookcase analogy because I read a lot. So that was a good choice.
I want to use it switch either between a computer screen or a bookcase, depending on if someone works. Mind you work with computers, I'm guessing, in your job, so either probably would have worked for you. Yeah. But, so, yeah. When you say releasing, what do you mean by that?
I feel a lot lighter. I could have, everything just feels like it's just disappeared. Everything I've been carrying around for the past 2 days, it's gone. I feel lifted, really. Can't explain it any other way.
Yeah. Yes, I'll explain sometimes. And again, that's because we don't need words. You're feeling these emotions now, these better emotions, positive emotions, that's fine. Whatever labels we give that is, labels we call it by names of fruit if you wanted to. And that's how it works. That's how the brain works. Is there anything else you'd like to mention, or you'd like to add, or ask, or?
I quite like the bit where you kept taking me back in and out, back out again, because, like you say, I mean, I've done like relaxation sessions and things in the past anyway, and I have fallen asleep.
Yeah,
and I think it was a new sensation being woken up halfway through it and going back in and out. Because normally, sometimes I've used it as a tool to get to sleep. So I think my body's kind of got used to doing that anyway.
Yeah.
And going, you
Yeah.
think, oh, right, I'm going to relax. And then next minute, you wake up next day. And depending on what you've been doing, it's whether or not you've actually took in what you've been listening to.
Yeah. If we're asleep, we don't take anything in. Our brain does what it does. And again, people like to have things on in the background to help them sleep. It sometimes helps. That's because we've trained ourselves that to become a comfort blanket. In reality, our brains are half and half. It can hear noise, so we can't sleep properly, because when that noise changes, we tend to wake up, and then we either turn the TV off, the radio off, whatever it is. But that's our brain being alert. When we go to sleep, it should be darkness, no phones, no tellies on, anything like that. Quiet, dark, because that's how we would have slept in the wild when we were hunter-gatherers and living in tribes and stuff, and we would have had the safety of the tribe around us and all of that. And our brains are wired up the same way. And when I do these sessions, I take that into consideration and help people use that to their advantage. It's kind of weird doing this, because normally now at the end of the session it'd be like just asking you bits about it, see what would maybe happen next session or whatever else. But it's hard to ask questions for other people too. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments, and then that'll be the best thing. We've got a few minutes, over 10 minutes to go. So if you've got any questions, just whack them in the comments, and I shall do my best to answer them. But was it what you was expecting, or different, or?
No, I wasn't expecting that at all, really. I think the bits about pushing things out is quite useful, because I'll be able to use that in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, I just feel a lot lighter.
Well, so I think that you've done this, your brain's been trained to do something else. So, like, just that thing now, you can close your eyes any time and push it out, and your brain knows what to do, and it'll do it, and it'll respond to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good tool, that.
Yeah, and things like that, and other things that we've added in along the way there, like just if your brain's starting to go off on one, just go stop, enough, regain your thoughts, and go at it from a different way.
Because that's the thing, when you're stuck in the fight and flight thing.
Yeah,
it's taking that step back and thinking, no, I need to stop this from happening now. And if I can stop it before it happens, then you not get stuck in it. Because I've been stuck in it for the past day or two now. So,
and the thing with anxiety is, it's basically we get in a mess over a lie, because we're only anxious about things that haven't happened yet, and what's going on is in our heads of, oh, this might happen, that might happen, and that's fine. We need to think of what's going to happen if it goes wrong. But when we're completely focused on that, and that's our only outcome in our mind, the brain will go, well, you know what, fuck that, I ain't doing it then, and it'll stop you from doing it. And when there's conflict between intellect and emotion will always win, because that's what keeps us alive. Sometimes we train ourselves and other people train us to do bad responses, and that's what I can help with, is reprogram new responses. So when we did the bit where you was going through that scenario, whatever that may be, by you picturing yourself doing it differently, your brain's now done that event and it's acted differently. So now it goes, next time, should that happen, it'll go, this is what I'm going to do now instead. And it'll repeat that. So as it happens, now these new patterns and responses will build up and build up and build up. instead of the old ones.
Yeah, I think I could definitely do some new patterns, that's for sure.
Well,
'Cause a lot of these things are conditioned responses from when you're growing up and everything anyway.
yeah,
How you see other people act and react around you,
yeah.
and you just take it on yourself and you don't know how to deal with it. So,
Well, that's again from being in a community, a tribe. We learn how to react to things from the people who already know how to do it. Unfortunately, if they're doing a crap job of it, we learn to do a crap job of it.
yeah,
And
can
but
testify
again,
to that one.
it's just about resetting that and resetting the patterns and so on and so forth, and doing something different and putting something different in there. Yeah, I think I've covered everything. Kind of a weird experience, but it's been really good, and I want to thank you very much for doing this
Thank
and
you.
coming on. And I do, and I'll catch up with you in a few days, and maybe in a couple of weeks or something. We could do a catch up thing on here, and you could say, oh, if it was beneficial or it was a complete waste of your Friday evening. I don't know. It's like whatever happens. I want you to be honest.
I very much doubt it.
If again, if over the next few days, if anything does come up that needs shifting, just message me and I'll we can just jump on a video call and do it. No problem. Because now things have shifted. Something might come up and get stuck. It might not. Who knows? Everybody's different, and we'll be there to help you if it does.
Thank you.
And that basically is the first session of the program. I would now have a better insight into there we go. Depression is the past, anxiety is future, living in the present is the way. Yep, that's very true. Depression is negative emotions linked to the past. Anxiety is negative emotion linked to the future, and it's also a lie. Because we can't change the past, that's just an image in the mind, and we can't change the future because it hasn't happened yet. But we can change the future, we just don't shit ourselves about it and we attack it in a more positive way. And when we trained our brain to do it properly, we can do it no problem. Yeah. What the bloody hell I was on about before that? It's oh god, my memory. So yeah, thank you very much for volunteering to do this. I really enjoyed it. I hope for people watching that I've sort of demonstrated what happens. Obviously, it was all a bit rushed to fit in the time limit of the live. But it's just to show you what happens, to give you a rough idea of what happens and how I work with you as an individual, not the label you come at me with. Today was, I want help with anxiety, but 5 people could come to me for help with anxiety, and 5 sessions would be completely different. So this is just one of them. I know I've got one lined up in a couple of weeks' time, and she wants help with anxiety talking in public in groups. So we'll be doing that, and that'll be different to this one, even though it's anxiety, but I'll be working in a different way. Well, thank you for those who did watch, and thank you for those that have given it a like and everything, and thank you to those who are going to watch it later on. And yes, so thank you very much, Susan. Much appreciated.
You're welcome, and thank you as well. It's been great.
Have a good weekend, everybody. And if you've got any questions, feel free to contact me some way, shape, or form. If you need help with, with your anxiety, PTSD, phobias, allergies, go on mindsetsft.com and let's have a chat. Booking for your consultation video calls, completely free. We just have a talk and we can come up with some sort of strategy there to help you. And it's up to you then to go if you want to go ahead with it, or if you find that I am a complete arsehole and not the therapist for you. Who knows? So thank you, everybody. Thank you again, Susan. Much appreciated. Take care, everyone.
You
Bye-bye.
too. See you. Bye.